What's up, nerds? It's your boy Mike. Doing another unboxing. Trying a different setup today. Just for the hell of it. So I have a package here. I already scratched out the return address. Oh yes, from a place called Toy Curious in the United Kingdom. This is actually technically from eBay, but you know, who's counting? And if you know me and my love of robots that change shape, especially vintage ones, and you know what's special about the United Kingdom in relation to said robots and the history of those toys, you might guess what sort of item is in this box, but you might not know exactly. I talked about wanting this figure on Twitter before, but I don't know how much. So, my address is on the flap that is not facing the camera. So that's perfect. So, we've got ourselves a little invoice here. Not really anything special. And we got the bubble wrap. Yep, that's the main item. And is there anything else? Any of this? Nope, but this is bubble wrap. Bubble wrap is good. It means I can use it for other things. And if we unwrap this, you might see it. Oh my god. Here he is. Alright, so first up, oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's Boss, Euro G1, Boss, or I guess technically you don't, the line is still just G1, it's Boss, Turbo Master. Got the orange missile. I don't really have anything to shoot it at right now. I'll just shoot it at my hand, see how strong it feels. Didn't feel that strong. See how far it goes. Yeah, it's pretty good. Not sure if it's the legendary status that some have put the Turbo Masters at, but it also is quite old, so who knows. Oh, yes. Oh, this is feeling great already. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Head flips up. And chest flips around. This is the one thing you see on pretty much every eBay auction that they don't do when they take their robot mode picks. They don't flip the chest around. So either they already have the Autobot logo on upside down, or they just photograph it like that with an upside down Autobot symbol. Supposed to be like that. Looks much nicer. And there's his gun. And there he is. Oh my god, this thing is, oh, I love it. Oh, he feels so nice. He's smaller than I thought, but not crazy small. I'm gonna change my setup around a little bit. And just for those curious, those who want to know, who are interested, Toy Curious, as you can see, is the thing, the seller. You can see all that info there. Yeah. So yeah, he's on Instagram and Facebook. No link to his eBay, which is interesting. I found this on eBay. So is that? Oh no, those are just worn stickers. I thought for a second that was cracked plastic up here by on the shoulders, but that's just those little stickers and they're worn. I'm gonna be going back and forth in my head over whether or not I want to give him new labels or not. I can tell. But anyway, I will link his eBay in the description. So if you're looking for a new source for vintage robots, you got one for you. And hopefully they have something that you're looking for. But I'm going to pause this real quick. I'm going to switch around the setup, bring in some other dudes, grab the missile. You'll see. Alright, so change my setup. You can see you got much nicer close-up on this dude here. Looking pretty good. Physical condition feels pretty good. Other than that, though, he's got some wear and tear, but nothing too major. Pretty happy with him. As for comparisons to those who don't know this figure, like me, I didn't really know it until I have it in hand right now. Here he is next to your 84 Autobot car. Skids. And then contrast more along the lines of his era, or closer to his era, we have the 87 Headmasters. There's Brainstorm. Pretty tall, hey? And then you can kind of see, already see on the edge of the frame there, we've got the 88 Target Masters. 87 Target Masters as well. Trigger happy here. We've got I think it's closer, like 1 year apart or something like that. This mold, the R80 Scourge, which is obviously G2 Laser Prime, pretty big in comparison. Got a Trigger Con here, crankcase. I don't know why his trigger mechanism's been seizing a lot more these past week or so. I don't know. He was working a lot better when I first got him. And then, just for shits and giggles, looking late 80s again. Got here he is next to a 6-shot. There's Boss next to 6-shot. Wow. Crazy the size difference on a lot of these things. And then, of course, for those who don't necessarily collect vintage, here he is next to what is probably average modern deluxe size with the Earthrise Datsun mold. So actually just a little bit smaller than that, so kind of comparable to a modern deluxe. I would say he probably feels most similar to Quake here, the 87 Target Masters, and not actually probably, what he does feel a lot like. I only have one 87 Headmaster, or 88, not 87, 88 Target Master. I only have one 87 Headmaster, which is the Nightbeat, who's incomplete. But he does feel pretty similar to that as well. Feels dense, durable. Got the light piping. Yeah, oh wow, that light piping's actually working really well, I just noticed. Yeah. Good stuff. Love the colors on this guy. Love the vibe. Oh, let's test out his missile against an actual opponent. Oh, and Crankcase is still standing. So, good show, Crankcase. All right, so that's my latest acquisition for the vintage collection. That's G1 Boss, 1993, I want to say, or 91. Turbo Master. It's on TF Wiki. You can look it up. Anyway, great toy. Liking him so far. I recommend him. Assuming you have the money for him, because that is something I did want to talk about. So this guy technically cost me, I want to say, around $40 US. I can't remember the conversion right now, but the point is, it was around like 30 or 40 US. But the thing is, if you want to get this guy, you're most likely to get him via a seller in the UK or Europe. Shipping from Europe right now is insane. So this guy, while he only cost me, $30-40, which is pretty good for G1 in this condition, shipping cost me about $25. No, actually, that's more. I want to say it was $50 for the figure itself, because shipping was like $25-30 then. Basically, I spent close to $90 on this guy, which I kind of just, it's one of those things where I just kind of like to not think about it too hard. But, yeah, and like, it was basically a point where I thought a very reasonable price, and the seller even like did that thing where like I watched the sale, I watched the listing, and then they sent me an offer for a small discount, and I got that. And so it was a pretty reasonable price for the figure itself. The shipping just made it so much more than I think a lot of people would want to spend on this small of a figure at face value. I mean, look at him next to friggin' Scourge over here. But Scourge cost me $8 at a friggin' flea market. But that's just something to be aware of if you are hunting this guy. He will cost you, because most people that have him are overseas, and thus you will get murdered on shipping. And if you don't get him from overseas, you're more likely to pay more for the figure outright, because the U.S. sellers are keenly aware of what people will have to pay to get this figure shipped from Europe. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say about Boss. He is pretty cool. I am very happy with this purchase. Now I am just waiting for Velocitron stuff, and I'm probably going to be not super active on Transformers buying for the next little while, because cash is not super flowing at the moment. Not strapped for cash or anything, but just, I try and keep things moderate, everything in moderation. So, trying to not go too nuts at the moment with Transformers. But I really wanted this guy, and I have an override on the way as well from Walmart. Supposed to get here tonight. And then I'd like to get Cosmos. But that's pretty much where I'm at with Transformers right now. I hope you got something out of this long, rambling video where I wave my toys at you. See you next time, I guess.